This is the introduction video to the intelligent tagging system for the Sitecore Cognitive Services. I'm going to log into Sitecore's backend and show you how it works. Go into the content editor. And now there's a couple things I want to show you. So under here, tags, if I have a taxonomy, there's two ways that we tag an item. One is we can use a rules-based system. The rule itself lives on the tag. And here it says that where the body field contains culture or fashion, tag the item as culture. Or sports, where the body field contains football, baseball, basketball, soccer, hockey, cricket, or rugby, mark it as sports. You can set this based on any number of fields, so you can say if this content item is a child of this folder, or any number of things that Sitecore allows you to do with the rules field. You can set the rules for when this should be tagged to an item. And then here, if I go to System, Modules, Sitecore Cognitive Services, and I open up the intelligent tagging, I have a different classifiers. One is the rules. This sets up the rules-based tagging, and I can tell it where the tags live, the templates that the tags are, the fields to pull from and push to, and the classes that govern the functionality. The trained classifier is a little bit different. This one is going to go to Watson, and it needs to know how to look up information. So here it knows that I'm going to use articles. Here are the languages that I'm going to use, or I can use, how many items I want to train with, how many items I want to test with. This item, the training count is actually per tag, so it's 100 per tag. And then it just gets 2,000 items to test against to see how accurate it is. The taxonomy folder tells it where the taxonomy lives, the item for the taxonomy, the fields where to pull from and push to. In this case here we have test results after it's been tested. It was 92% accurate. It gave additional tags beyond the one specified originally. And the confidence is fairly low because of the distribution of usages in the tags. In this case, it was trained on a set of 300 tags, and a third of them were used sufficiently, which means they were in use 100 times. A third of them weren't used enough, and a third of them weren't used at all. So because there were so many tags that weren't used, the confidence tends to be pretty low. But that was just because of the distribution of the usage of the tags. There's system fields here with classifier values that are specific to IBM Watson, and class references for the code that actually runs the system. Here are content mappings, so I can add new mappings to say, for an article, these are the two fields I want to pull from, and this is the template that it represents. There's a dictionary for messaging that comes back and forth. And I have Watson settings, which is just the enumeration of languages that it allows you to use to train with. Now, once you've set this up, where you use it, since you've identified that article pages are the ones that are going to be tagged, if I go in and I select an article, go to my cognitive toolbar, I hit tag content. It's going to pull content from the article. It's going to then use that content to determine which tag should be applied. So here in the case of the rules classifier, if I tag this content, it's going to tell me that technology, international, and medicine should be applied to this item. Now I can select and deselect any of these tags and then hit save, and it'll save it to the item. I can also go back, tag it, and use the train classifier. And if I hit tag, it's going to come back with consumer. Again, I can select or deselect, save it. Consumer was the tag that was on here, so it knows this item pretty well. It was accurate to the tags that it should have been applied. And that is how the intelligent tagging system works. You have two ways to tag based on either rules if you have no original content to train with, or you can use Watson if you have a lot of content already tagged and you want to train it on your own tags in your own taxonomy system. So that is the walkthrough of intelligent tagging for Sitecore Cognitive Services. Thank you for watching.